Welcome, acolytes. Today I'm reacting to how is it called? Kira. I'm just gonna freaking instantly sub to the man. Instantly give him a like. I don't know what he's saying. I do not care what he's saying. But the title of the video: Sony Fanboys raging because PC gamers won. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Am I happy about this, that we won the Helldivers thing? Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be happy? And now tell me, why wouldn't somebody else be happy for us? We actually got what we wanted. And this wasn't through particularly bad bullying or something like that. We showed the Helldivers team what we think about it, and even Sony kneed down. And that's a good thing. And I'm gonna be honest, and just because if there is some PS player out there that says, hey, I disagree, I don't find it nice, I wanna protect my freaking overlord, then F you. Please don't think about your life. For every single one of you that's a normal human being, don't even listen to me. It is what it is. It is fine. You're fine. But if you don't think that this is a good thing, well, sorry to break it to you, but it is a good thing, and I hope this will be repeated more times. So let's just see what Kira has to say about it, and let's go.
Back gamers, we're talking today again about Helldivers 2, although we're probably just going to talk about the terrible takes of Sony Fanboys, because that's been happening. Obviously, Helldivers 2 covered it all in a video that came out yesterday. You can go watch that. A little bit ramble.
And by the way, please stop protecting corporate firms like that. Please just stop it for your own sake. There is literally no reason to do it. Or you personally just won't get anything out of it, and you actively make everyone else a disservice. If you like Sony, if you like the PlayStation games, that's fine. Go for it. They have really good games. But when they fuck up, they fuck up. Okay? Just don't. And I'm gonna admit one thing. The developers of Helldivers actually also fucked up a bit. But they corrected themselves. And the developer is so humble, I don't care, to be honest.
But I think it touches on most of the points you need to know going forward with the story. Basically today, Sony walked it all back, right? They just turned around and said, we made a mistake. We're fixing that mistake. I'll read you the quote. Helldivers fans, we've heard your feedback on the Helldivers 2 account linking update.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think they made a mistake per se, because from what I know, and please correct me if I'm wrong about it, it was actually from the beginning that you had to link your account to the freaking PlayStation. Now, it was actually there. Yes, you could read it. Yes, it was there. But it was still a stupid idea. And I also missed it. So, yeah, it is what it is. But still, they didn't backtrack on, they did one mistake. No, they were actually, in this case, Sony was actually, and I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna and please, for fuck's sake, I'm not defending them because I want to defend them. On paper, they were right. On paper. But for a logically thinking human being, they were freaking fuck-ups. So, I still think it was good.
A sixth update, which would have required Steam and PlayStation Network account linking for new players and for current players beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward. We are still learning what is best.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I want to throw in, and the decision was also because they actually sold the game in places for two people that actually cannot make an account. How fucking stupid is that?
For PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for your continued support of Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated on future plans. Now, I still think they're almost certainly going to just incentivize people with a skin or something, because that would have been the common sense thing to do in the first place. This is a big W for gamers, basically, just showing that you do have the power. If a company does do something that is anti-consumer and that you disagree with for whatever the reason is, you do have the power to change it. If enough of you band together to do something, what are they going to do? Just not sell products to you anymore? Just get mass refunded and make no money? Of course, they're going to walk back these minor things that don't really impact them. It was never about security. It was just about pumping up their numbers of PSN, because obviously Helldivers is a very popular game on PC. They've been releasing their games on PC to much the anger of Sony fanboys that love exclusives for some reason, because apparently that gives their life value, because they play a console and they don't want people on PC to play the same games that they're playing, even though...
And by the way, I don't know who actually thinks that an exclusive for basically only PlayStation is a good thing. I don't know anyone that actually, in real life, that actually told me that exact thing. Most of the people I know actually say that that's bullshit. They don't know why. Because they would actually rather play with people on the PC if there is like a multiplayer option, or just have the option of playing the games on the PC. Because the people that actually like consoles, they will like consoles anyway. They will play them. And that's irrelevant if it's an exclusive or not. So I don't get the argument. I truly do not know what's the thinking there. Please, for someone who actually has this thinking, please explain it to me. Why?
It takes nothing away from them. In fact, the common sense would be, if they sell more copies of games, more games will be made, better games might be made, and the studios making the games that are releasing on PC as well might get more money to make the next version better. But apparently, that's too common sense, so Sony fanboys in fucking shambles. But we're going to go through some of the bad takes here, because that's all loads of them, and for some reason, there's been a massive uptick, or maybe it didn't ever go away, and I've just been, not seeing it on my social media, because there's been no crossover or overlap in my life. There's been a big uptick in the console war, but it seems like nobody's playing the console war anymore, just Sony fans against themselves, just like trying to rope in other communities or whatever, because the Xbox gave up on the console war, if there even ever was one. By the way, look up the valuation of Microsoft and then look up the valuation of Sony as businesses, and understand why the console war was always just a figment of your imagination. Obviously, Microsoft stopped playing any kind of game here, and they just said, you're going to be on our platform regardless, because we are PC gaming, basically. Windows is PC. So whether you buy an Xbox or you buy a game on Xbox or play on PC, you're playing on Windows. You're playing in our ecosystem. So we're just going to, leverage that and make loads of money. And then obviously Sony's still Sony, so they're still releasing exclusives that aren't exclusives anymore. They're basically timed exclusives, because of course they want that PC money. Why wouldn't they? It's common sense. But basically there's still a bunch of people that are big Sony fans, and for whatever reason that means they're very upset whenever something happens that's nothing to do with them, but is good for people that play their games on PC. So looking at the bookmarks, got one here by Mischief. Mischief's YouTube. He quote posts, which is specifically why I've saved this one. Somebody, Zuby Tech, don't know who this person is, says, to all the PlayStation executives who follow me, please see this. They don't give a fuck about your opinion, mate. I'm just going to warn you right now, they literally couldn't care less about your opinion. He says, Helldivers 2 proves PlayStation should never go day in date with PC. This is extremely clear. Don't know why he's capitalizing the first letter of every word. It's not a YouTube title.
Makes no sense. No, but maybe we're gonna see this.
Kind of a boomer thing to do. But then obviously Mischief posts and owns him with facts and logic. If you go in Helldivers, you can see how many people are active in the game. 104,862. of which 82,969 are PC players. So yeah, just executives, listen to me, the clueless fanboy who's going to buy all your product regardless, because apparently pro-consumer things just don't enter the brain on this one. Listen to me, just have the vast majority of your player base not buy your game, not make it one of the best-selling games of the year, and just make way less money, and have a smaller player base, so let more and more people quit because there's longer queue times and stuff. This is the big brain thinking of a fanboy. Next one we've got here, I wanted to just have.
Okay, I'm gonna big thinking of a fan. Okay, I like that one. Sorry, but this is. It's so true. Oh fuck me! It's not just for consoles, by the way. It's for every single thing.
I like this one because it's funny more than anything. Console gremlins take it, and PC gamers fight back. We are not the same. Gatekeep PC gaming. The code from PlayStation cheerleaders is going to be hilarious. It has been hilarious. I've been laughing all day at this one. I will say, I'm not going to talk shit over, console gamers taking it, and I'm not going to call them gremlins, although there are some gremlins for sure, because the issue is, if you want to be a console gamer, that's fine. I literally couldn't give a fuck. Do whatever you're going to do. If you want a woman to stamp on your balls, what does it impact me? It's got nothing to do with my life. But obviously, if you want to be a console gamer, you do have to accept shit, basically, because you're buying into a closed ecosystem. Us on PC...
That's correct. That's exactly correct. You're gonna have to eat shit. It is what it is. And I mean, I still understand people who actually wanna play console because it's basically less work. You just buy the thing and you play. Those are the two things you're doing. And I understand this, the thing that you just go down on the couch and just, you got your thing and you're happy. And that's fine. But yes, you're gonna have to take shit from time to time. It's just inevitable. Like, it will happen. It will just happen. It is what it is. So yeah.
We still take shit, but we're lucky that if we don't want to, we can just go elsewhere, right? But if you're a console gamer, you pretty much are at the mercy of what's going on. Obviously, we can fight back on PC because we have the ability to. Unfortunately, people don't fight back as much as they should because the gaming landscape would be incredibly different if we did. But, take a W where you can get a W, which this is...
He's correct about that.
It's a W, but at the same time, you're just basically back to square one. Only the developer's been punished. So nobody's going to take this into account when going forward and buying Sony products. Nobody cares as a consumer, typically. If something's good, they're still going to buy it. They're not going to think, oh, what about when Sony did that thing? So realistically, nothing really happened here other than you saw Sony, a shitty company, and then they walked this thing back, and a bunch of developers got harassed over something that wasn't even really their responsibility.
I mean, it was still their responsibility because, let's be honest here, the developers effed up a bit from my knowledge. So, yeah.
Next one. This is a fucking classic, by the way. If you click some of these people's profiles, don't go and harass them, by the way. I just want to say, just laugh at what's happening here. My advice to weirdo PC crybabies that create unnecessary drama is just buy a PS5. I've got one. I hardly use it. Why would I have? I've got a fucking sick PC. I'll be flipping between Stellar Blade and Helldivers 2 today, and when I finish Stellar Blade, it'll be Rise of Ronin and Helldivers. I don't understand what the argument is. I don't know why. If you have any kind of idea over consumer rights and what you shouldn't...
There is no argument, mate. There is just shit talking. He can play Stellar Blade on his PS5. Whoa. Thank you. Well, good job, I guess.
Accept from a company. Just buy a PS5. Just reward them for them doing this to you. No, mate, I don't think I will. Then it doesn't make you a weirdo. There are legitimately times when players and PC players and console players and everybody cries over very little.
Yeah.
I think fighting back against something that's just objectively bad for consumers, I always am going to question, why do you feel the need as an average person that just likes Sony why the fuck do you like a company in the first place? But why do you feel the need to come to their rescue? Like, it is honestly that meme with the fat dude with the dagger, and he's like, stop bullying my multi-billion-dollar company. It is literally that. I don't get it. It can't make sense in my brain that this is how people think. But obviously, if you go, this is not even the funniest shit. If you go into the replies, he's just getting ratioed constantly from people replying to him, and he just blocks everyone immediately and just calls them names. Somebody says, can't speak for everyone, but typically if you have a PC, the first next console you own is PlayStation. Both the PSN isn't the issue. Straw man away. This is a perfectly reasonable and not even really toxic or fucking confrontational tweet. And the guy responds, Lemeo, yeah, you just repeat what you've heard in other conversations, clown. This isn't a straw man argument, idiot. Go read a book. It literally is. So again, he is proving he doesn't understand the point. Somebody says, Helldivers is a game for everyone. My boys play on PC, I'm not sure, and I'm not going to dive without them. He says they could, but they put the baby with the bathwater. They cut off their nose to spite their face. PC gamers can go fuck themselves. They had access and didn't want to open a PSN account. This is just factually untrue, by the way. Like they do with every other fucking publisher, but you carry on talking shit. It's not every other publisher, by the way. And also, some people literally didn't have access. Like in a literal sense, they didn't have access because their ability to buy the game and their ability to make a PSN account doesn't exist. So the idea, I guess they did have access until Sony did this, which you're getting really close to the problem, but unfortunately you're falling over face first onto Sony's cock.
Oh, so true, so true. Oh my god. Oh, yes. Yep.
Really fully making it there. Maybe the balls are obscuring your vision. I hate when that happens personally. How about go fuck yourself, cook? This guy's fucking raging, bro. Then refund it, dummy, is a response. They did. Somebody says, LeMayo, no, my PC is 2.5 times faster. Nah, broke ass. I just want to say, I don't... obviously, PCs, like, if you spend a lot of money on them, are more powerful than a PlayStation. I don't understand why there's apparently still been this, like, holdout of people, that console gamers, that sincerely believe, like, loads of PC people are, like, molding and raging and really angry and upset at how powerful a PS5 is. It's like, guys, do you get that PlayStation 5 is just a PC but worse? It's literally, by the way, a PC.
Can someone argue against it? No, good. We're fine.
It's just computer components put together with a custom operating system on it from Sony. It is a PC. It's just slimmed down. You can even make PCs that are that size yourself, by the way, roughly. But they're just components that are made specifically, altered to be for the PS5. And then it's just a computer running a Sony operating system. You are on a PC. Your PC, though, just is restricted by what they allow you to do, and ours lets us do loads of other stuff and upgrade them and all this other, buy whatever components you want, put them in, make it more powerful. So it's just crazy to me that you're like, oh, you're broke if you're a PC gamer. I'd go the opposite way. I wouldn't obviously say, oh, you're broke if you play console, because some people just prefer it, and there is a reason to play console. Some people don't want to fuck around and run Ethernet cables or HDMI cables around to get like a couch TV and stuff like that playing on their PC on Steam.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I said a minute ago. Yeah. That's the point,
or whatever. So consoles always have a place, and they're just easy to use, plug and play, right? There's no worrying about anything. But I've even legit seen people be like, oh, PC gamers, how does it feel when you have to download your drivers and blah, blah, blah. Do you understand that's what Sony updates are doing? You've got no concept of technology, I understand, but obviously whenever you're downloading an update for your console, it is just you updating all your...
Yep, it's the same. There is literally little difference, except for the fact that you buy a console, you have a console. It's low effort, and it's fine. I'm not even meaning it as an insult. It's just that, and I understand. I'm a lazy bugger myself sometimes, so understandable, but still, won't buy a console, no?
your drivers essentially and stuff like that. The stuff that Sony have tweaked and deemed to be useful for performance or whatever else. Somebody says PC wins again, and he replies with win. They are playing the game they were playing. What did they get apart from a crying hangover? I mean, he's not wrong in terms of what did you get. You did get nothing. You didn't really win anything, but you got them to walk it back, which is great. You're back to square one, basically. Awesome suggestion. Please send me the money over so I can just do just that and get a better job. We'll skip this guy because obviously it feels like we're bullying somebody who's got some kind of learning difficulty. This is a classic, mate. Look at this image. This is a certified HUD classic. Now that Helldivers 2 drama is over, PC gamers can go back to do what they do best. PC gamers Gabe Newell. This is a Sony fanboy saying this, guys. This is a Sony fanboy saying people are bootlicking Gabe Newell, which, if you don't know, is the main guy behind Valve and Steam. I honestly think it's kind of sad that people are so cuckolded by corporations and their tying of their identity to a video game console and a company that literally would not piss on you if you were on fire in front of them. That they think it's bad and a known that people got a W on this one when it's just objectively good for everybody. So we'll go into this, and obviously if you look at any of these people's accounts, they are just predominantly just posting all like pro PlayStation things. A lot of them have like PlayStation in their name and in their bio and stuff. Some of these I can't show because people are fucking wilded out with these replies, these image replies. But obviously, Valve's it's a company that not everything Valve does is good. Not everything Gabe Newell does is good.
Yeah, of course not.
But by and large, we are lucky on PC that Steam is the way that Steam is, because Steam has two client bases, right? They have us, the customers, then they have the developers. And Steam have put themselves in a position, by and large, due to Gabe Newell's leadership and the surrounding team, that if you're a developer, if you're one of these big publishers, you can't really argue with what Valve decide to do, because you might have the balls, but you're in their court. You're in Gabe Newell's court. And if you don't like when you fuck up and then they give refunds to the customers, because obviously Valve's the middleman here, so they can do that. If you don't like it, you can take your ball elsewhere, and companies have tried to do this. And they always come back to Steam because, obviously, even if you fuck up one time, just don't fuck up, obviously. But if you fuck up, you're going to go away and throw away all the potential sales you'll get from Steam and people boycotting your game if it's on Epic or just your own launcher. No, most companies are not going to do that. So yeah, Gabe Newell does some good stuff, and I do think there is a little bit of hero worship with him, which obviously ignores the fact that there are massively anti-consumer and terrible practices from Valve, like loot boxes, gambling for kids, ignoring the fact that a bunch of CS casinos still exist and things like that, and the years and billions.
Like, and Steam isn't the angel of angels, definitively not. Gabe isn't the angel of angels, like, but let's be honest, better than it begins with an S. So it's basically just, I don't even give a fuck, to be honest. If tomorrow Steam quits and I can just take my games with me and just go to a different shop, I don't give a fuck. Steam can go freaking batshit it on a different day. I don't care. I just want my stuff. I want my stuff. That's what I want. And they're providing a pretty good service. I mean, the reimbursing for after, like, you see the game after 2 hours and you think it sucks. Genius. I love it. I already reimbursed some games just because they were bullcrap. Some I actually wish I could reimburse way later, but, well, it is what it is. It's still better than having nothing, so, yeah.
Millions of dollars they've profited off of that, essentially throwing generations of children to the wolves in gambling addiction. But by and large, I think as a refund policy and
that's
buying
true,
games,
by the way.
I think Gabe and Steam and Valve do pretty fucking good work, to be honest. And I think most people would agree that aren't mentally fucking severely unwell and, drowning in that fanboy cummies. that you'd rather be on Steam and have somebody like Gabe Newell as a face than you would nameless, faceless Sony executives that clearly just want to force you in a system where exclusivity is all you know, and then somehow you cuckold yourself into thinking it's really good and you really like it. How do PC gamers keep getting away with it, bros? I think this one's just a guy pointing out, PC gamers are winning on this one. Here's another one. Wolverine PS5. You knew he'd have to have PS5 in his name. In an ideal world, PC gamers harassed Nvidia and AMD to the point where they post on Twitter, "We heard you, we will lower GPU prices." This is what's referred to as whataboutism, and it's not even a really good whataboutism because it's not even remotely the same, because obviously your access to their products was never removed. You just don't buy the most expensive products and you just wait. And obviously a lot of the issues with prices of GPUs is supply, demand, and access to parts and things like that. You don't buy a new NVIDIA graphics card or an AMD graphics card and then they decide one day, we're taking it away from you today, even though you paid for it. So you obviously just outed yourself there as not understanding any of the problems. And then he goes on to talk about the Stellar Blade thing, which honestly I've not really followed. I find it kind of fucking pathetic, to be honest. But lace bras in Stellar Blade and free.
And I mean, even if after Stellar Blade got nerfed, I'm just gonna call it nerfed because not for me. I actually prefer it because I like just a bit of more modesty. And no, for everyone, no, I still don't agree with it. It was bullshit. Stellar Blade should have stayed the free game, not free game. I'm talking bullshit. Not free game. I mean the game that was promised with a really sexy, nice person in it, and everything as it was promised. It should stay that way, but it's not. And still, this fanboy actually defends it. So, nope, against it. Even if I prefer it, that's irrelevant. They promised something else and delivered something totally different. And it's not good.
Free account that takes 2 minutes to make or more important. Still don't get the issue. Thank God PC gaming is protected from Sony. Yeah, thank God we as consumers have the ability to change things and we don't just... it's actually good to see for once that PC gamers didn't just fucking bend over and say, is this going to hurt? Have you brought some lube with you? People actually decided to band together on this one and they fucking won. They proved a lot of points. They proved people can do this and hopefully moving forward more people do, keeping this in their memory. But yeah, unironically, thank God PC gaming is protected from some of these things. Unfortunate for you, it sounds like you would just accept whatever Sony wants. You as a Sony gamer, as a PS5 gamer or whatever, should be looking at this and thinking, man, I wish we could do that. I wish we could reverse some decisions that we didn't like. I wish we had any kind of voting power. We could get together as a community and change things. But instead, no, it's all the PC gamers' faults for... Wait, let me check my notes. Having standards and not bending over. Fuck those PC gamers. Another good one here. This is obviously he's not being a dick. He says, "Don't y'all ever talk shit about the PC community again, lol. These guys will not tolerate the same shit us console guys do." What a reasonable take. And then obviously you get one straight away. Yup, virtue signaling. That what? The fuck are you talking about? And fake outrage will get results. I mean, even if it was fake outrage, it fucking worked, didn't it? But it's not. You just aren't engaging with the actual reason people are angry about something. All console guys did was make excuses. I saw loads of console people, just to present both sides, I saw loads of console people saying that this was wrong and they stand with the PC gamers and the people all over the world that are having their game removed and stuff like that. So it's not all people, it's just obviously the weird people that have locked their fucking entire identity, like K-pop fans or whatever, behind the idea that, we play PlayStation and this is the only interesting thing about my entire fucking personality. It's kind of sad when you think about it. And then this is the last one I think I got saved. One thing this Helldivers drama proved, though, is how unreliable the PC market is. It's really not unreliable. Just make a good game, don't fuck with the consumer rights, and don't try to take it away from people, and they'll buy and play your game. It's pretty simple. Loads of other games have done it before them. You can have access, you can have success, and one day they can find a BS excuse to mass refund your game, even after spending 200 hours in it, and you lose all the money you made. It's like investing in meme coins. Nothing like that. Not even close, other than the rug pull aspect of it, which is something that does happen in meme coins, and apparently in Sony video games, where they fucking pull the rug out from under you. You thought you were standing on your Helldivers 2 purchase. Fucking joke's on you, you're not anymore. Fall over, peon. But obviously, it's not the gamers that decided they could have a refund. It's fucking Valve. Valve, the arbiter of this
Valve
decision,
nope.
said, yeah, you're right, actually. They've taken your game away from you. They've done something we don't agree with, and we're a big-ass company. We would legally be responsible if they were to try and sue us or something on this one for giving the refunds and withholding the money we're owed. We've decided the gamers are right, and you've decided I'm going to go on Twitter and be upset that everyone agrees that gamers were fucked on this one. Sony demands for you to pay online. You say how much. Microsoft tries it with us. Windows Live becomes past tense. That's the difference between you and us. True. You all keep bringing up pay for online when I don't even play online games. Lol. I use PSN for the monthly games and library, like people do with GP, which is Game Pass, I presume. So obviously just not involved in anything whatsoever. Doesn't understand the discourse. Doesn't play the game. Just chiming in about how it's all BS. So I think that's the last one I saved. This was the... I've obviously got to now go through and unbookmark all of these. But it just goes to show, you can have something that is just objectively bad for customers. And for whatever reason, customers will still find a way to fight against each other over something that doesn't benefit them in any way.
Over their ego. Because it's not that every single one of those people know that that's bullshit what Sony did, or that it wasn't fine, that it could have been better. But no, if they actually admit to it, they harm their ego.
Way to not support, just because the corporate overlords make a product that they like and that they've tied their whole identity to. It's really, really weird. I don't think I'm ever going to get it. I hope there's not a lot of people in my audience that feel this way about things. I don't think there will be, because the kind of content I usually make. There will be some people that show up that think I'm a fucking idiot and they're big Sony fans or whatever, or, you know, you get it all the time. I've made videos about loads of stuff where people in my audience have been like, I've agreed with you on all these things, or I've respected your opinion on all these things, but this time you're really wrong, and it's just about this thing I feel really close to, and this company I really like. So there'll definitely be some of that, but just by and large, it's really good that we got this W, even if it is back to square one, even if people have got short memories as consumers. It just goes to show that there is a bridge too far for some of these decisions if they are bad enough, and if people can signal boost it enough and it affects a game that is as popular as this and gets everywhere on social media. I truly do think the refunds are what really pushed this one over the line. So, as always...
Yep. The refunds are the only thing that push it over the line. Let's be honest here. We don't have to lie about it. The refunds were the freaking thing that actually told them, yep, we fucked around and found out. Or at least I think.
Thumbs up Valve. And obviously thumbs up to people that are still covering this. One last thing I do want to say, and I did retweet this, so I just want to pull it up. This is Pirate Software posted this, and I think this is very important. He says, when this is undone, I will change my Helldivers 2 review back to positive. Anything less than reversing this is just words on social media. And this is obviously pointing out that still 177 countries that PSN is unavailable cannot buy the game on Steam anymore. So this should obviously be reversed. This is bad. I don't know. Obviously, this came in because it would have been really fucked up to be selling a game in regions where somebody could legitimately log in, buy the game on Steam, and then physically couldn't make an account once they got to the login screen and they just bought a fucking bricked copy of a game. That couldn't happen. That'd be so stupid. So this needs to be reversed if the PSN thing isn't going to be on there. And obviously, if it's going to be optional going forward, then there shouldn't be any problem selling it in all these territories, because 177 countries not being able to buy is fucking crazy. But there we go. A really big thing to point out, so glad he did and glad I remembered. But thanks for watching as always. Hopefully you enjoyed. Bye. GamerSups, link in the...
Yeah, and by the way, show me some love, show him some love, and I hope you enjoyed it, Acolytes. Good night.